And 3, that is the money shot right there. Okay, so it is 7 p.m., it is Friday, you all know what that means. It is time to do some interviews with some of our Tampa Esports StarCraft players. Online today, I am Shinigami from Shinigami TV.
And I am Rob DeLuca, also known as Shadow Online.
And joining us in the middle, if you'd introduce yourself.
I'm Joshua Harding, also known as JushyFruit.
Alright, so we do have JushyFruit. I was going to be really hilarious and play the JushyFruit jingle from the 80s commercials, but it seemed a little corny even for me. So we're going to go ahead and just go right with the interview instead of leading with the JushyFruit skiing montage from 1982.
Alright. Is JushyFruit from that? Is that where you got it from?
No, actually, like, my friends used to call me, like, Juice and Jushy, and then I just stuck a fruit on the end of it because it sounded like Juicy Fruit, and that's how that name came to be.
So your favorite flavor of gum's not JushyFruit, then?
Yeah, nope.
Okay.
It's because my name is Josh, and Juice are really similar sounding, so I guess that's where it came from.
It's actually how I ended up getting called Ferrari through the my entire Navy career.
Oh, yeah.
It started off with my RDC, my boot camp instructor. She couldn't say my last name, so she's like, Ferrari! And I'm like, oh, here we go. And for some reason, that's stuck through the entire 6 years of my Navy career, and even a little bit after that, so. Alright, JushyFruit, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, well, what got you started, or anything you want us to know right off the hand before we jump into pounding you with questions from both sides.
Alright, well, let's see. I first started playing StarCraft 2 about maybe 6 to 9 months after the game actually came out. Right now I'm a student at the University of Florida. I'm studying some computer science right now. I was doing civil engineering, but I just recently switched, so... And school just started up again, so pretty busy lately and whatnot. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, I just started my senior year myself, so I feel the pain. Just
I'm on junior right now, but switching majors, I still got a bunch of classes to catch up on. So
yeah, all those course requirements.
So why did you give up civil engineering?
I just didn't find it as interesting as I thought it would be, and computer science just seems like a better fit for me. Like, I enjoy programming stuff, and coding is something I get and whatnot.
Yeah, they try to make it sparkle, in civil engineering, that fast-paced, high-intensity, adrenaline-pumping career field. But it just doesn't measure up, huh?
Yeah, you can only put so much shine on that career.
All right, Rob, Shadow, so what questions do you want to open up for with JushyFruit
Well, he already
today?
told us how he got into StarCraft, but I want to know where your style came from and what players you emulate, or try to emulate.
Let's see here. Players I emulate, I have different players based on, the builds I do. Like, for really macro-heavy builds, I'll emulate a Protoss like Rain, who's, has the best PvT ever if he plays his super standard macro play.
Of course.
And Wings of Liberty, I really like Creator Prime quite a bit for his macro play. And then all-ins and stuff. Parting is my usual go-to guy for all-ins.
All-ins.
Of course. Yeah.
When in doubt, just effing kill him.
Oh, and also recently Naniwa for his 1-gate expand and HOTS against Zerg. Nice. Used that build to no end.
Yeah.
It is a frustrating build to deal with, and especially when executed like that with the micro and everything going on. It's just a pain to answer to with Zerglings.
You have so many options after that gate expand, and Zerg has to scout it right, or else he might be able to die at any time.
Do you prefer to be pressure heavy when you go gate expand, or do you like to just kind of turtle up a little bit?
I have quite a few builds off of a gate expand. Usually in best of 1 series, I'm really aggressive with my build. Sometimes to the point of all-in hyper aggressive style. But in best of series that are longer, I like to mix it up. Maybe throw in some Stargates, some Immortal Sentry. I really like Phoenix opening off the gate expand. There's a couple good Phoenix all-ins as well. So it just really depends on how I feel my opponent is playing.
Now, do you like the gate expand better because you feel it's easier to put pressure? Like, if you're playing against Zerg and you do the gate expand, Zerg, obviously, if they see the expand, they're going to rush for that third. You think that, you're trying to just stomp on that third early with the gate expand, or just all-around pressure in the natural and everywhere, trying to just cause havoc.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I can, off a gate expand, I can almost hit at like 630 with 5 gates or so, put a ton of pressure on them if I want, and the next game I could have a single sentry by 6 minutes 30 seconds and be pumping out Phoenix or something, teching up. So it just really depends.
So you're getting an expansion and kind of a delayed, 4 or 5 gate in there, and still putting pressure on while getting the expansion, your economy going at the same time. So definitely gives you a leg up.
Yep, that's why I consider my PvZ my favorite matchup right now.
Is it? Even with Swarm Hosts?
Yeah, even with Swarm Hosts, like Swarm Hosts, they're tough to deal with, but you still don't see them all as often as you think you would. Like they don't use them that much. I don't think even Zerg likes to use them, but they do win games.
Yeah, nobody likes using them.
Well, as Zerg players play Zerg for the mobility, the harassment, the macro. It's like trying to take a Terran player and give them Zerg, and they're like, oh, I got siege units, and use those.
Yeah, for sure.
So are you glad you chose Protoss? Was that the race you started with and you stuck with?
Yeah, it is the race I started with. I actually, like, when I first started playing the game, I hated it, like, a lot. Because my friends gave me, like, a trial or something that came when they bought it. And I played a week, and I didn't like the game at all. I didn't like it at all. And then I watched Husky. They made me watch Husky in day 9. And about 2 months later, I ended up buying the game and playing it nonstop.
So you had no Brood War experience then?
No, none at all.
Wow.
Not even like Beta Wings of Liberty or anything like that. It's just fresh into StarCraft 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, are you on a team right now, or are you just representing your school?
The team, yeah, it's just the school CSL team, so I just take care of that stuff.
Kind of the go-to guy. Do you know if what the CSL schedule is going to be this year? Because we haven't heard much about it.
I'm assuming it'll be close to the same as last year. I don't know if they have what sponsors they have yet. They haven't announced any, but it should be the thing where they make I forgot how many groups it was. I think it was 32 groups of 8 schools or something like that.
Wow.
And then they'll play round robin throughout the entire group, and then the top 4 from each group will advance into a playoff bracket. And
more importantly, do they want me in Shadow to cast it?
Of course, they're always looking out for casters, so I would check out the website and talk to them.
I'll have to take a look at that. I'll get the link from you after we're done here. I'll have to take a look at that.
What's up?
Yeah.
Cool beans.
You got a fan named April. Ooh.
Aww.
Oh. So is that just a friendship, or is that a friendship?
Wow.
Or is that
just a friendship?
Just a friendship. All right. Hey, this is the Shadow interview. We hold nothing back. We're not Oprah, okay? We're not gonna like hold back the hard questions and ask Tom Cruise, to jump on the couch.
Yeah.
We're to stump our players.
It's hard hitting facts.
She came out to the LAN as well. She played in the platinum bracket.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wait, what was her name in game?
Wasn't it 420 April or something like that?
No, it was just April.
Yeah, April.
Yeah, it was.
Little short girl.
Well,
didn't I? I think I casted her game versus Poot.
I think you did.
She was playing against Poot, and then she at one point she starts because Poot beat the guy that beat her, and after the first game, and then we lost the network, and we came back up. They were getting the second game, and she's like, how did you beat the other guy? And I was like, talking trash. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Good times. So, where are you at currently with, tell the viewers where you're at currently, Masters and all that stuff, and where do you hope to be, say, 6 months or even 3 months when the next LAN tournament comes down? Where do you hope to get your skill level to, and what's your time frame, your goal time frame?
Well, let's see. After the LAN, I took a 2-week break because I didn't have my laptop charger. I accidentally left it there and just had to get James to send it back to me. But after I got it back, I went on like crazy ladder frenzy. I probably played like 30 games in one day or something like that, and then I got up to like rank 2 in my division or something like that. But then I fell back down all the way out of top 8, and now I'm like middle of the road, top 8, 9, 10, around there.
Aren't you GM in Southeast Asia?
Yeah, but Southeast Asia is like you can be diamond on NA and then get GM on Southeast Asia. Like probably cannon rush to GM or 6-pool GM. I don't know.
Aw.
6-pool, you're doing it wrong.
It's a fun server to play, but if you want to feel good about yourself, you go play on Southeast Asia.
Nice.
That's
So
for sure.
what is Korea in the Southeast Asia, or Korea have their own?
No, Korea's its own server. It's really hard on Korea. I find I get a lot of lag to Korea. It's like upwards of maybe almost half a second to Korea. So it's really hard as a Protoss player who needs to hit all their force fields and spells perfectly.
Yeah,
You miss that one force field and you just got a bunch of Zerglings in your mineral line and you're just like, no. It's the worst feeling as a Protoss, for sure.
Indeed.
I can imagine.
But yeah, I hope... I wanted to try to get GM this summer, but I didn't, so I guess we'll have to postpone that a little bit. And with school, we'll see how much I play while taking care of all my classes. But
Well, if you're doing computer science, I mean, that'll be
yeah,
easy.
yeah. But we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to get GM as fast as possible, pretty much.
Cool.
Yeah, I remember that the last tournament you were telling me that you were trying to push for GM. I don't know what happened. Like,
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you play GMs on the ladder, and you beat them. I beat them often, but it's you got to win maybe like 55% of your games versus GMs and be playing them constantly. And I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I win 55% of my games, but a lot of them end up being against silver. So I don't think I'm on track to hit GM anytime soon.
no, not quite yet.
No.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. All right.
Yeah.
Well, considering I only have one class this year, we'll see. One in-class class, the rest are online, but we'll see what I can do.
So you've been to both of our lands now, Josh. So you got to see the difference between the first one and the second one. What did you think of the first land and the second land?
I thought both the lands are great. I just the biggest thing about the second one is I just love seeing like we had so many more people there. Like it was full, and I love the way how you guys set up that casting area in the back. I thought that was a great idea. And
Did you like the comfy chair?
Oh yeah, the comfy chairs were the first land. My chair, I'm like, oh my god, my back. It's like if I have to play any more games, it's gonna hurt my back.
If only you knew what we had to do to get those chairs. We were scouring the bowels of that building, grabbing chairs and carrying them halfway across the country.
Yeah, but I thought it was great, and the competition was better the second time around. It gives me more motivation to play and do better and whatnot.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So how you think you're gonna do in the next one? You planning to go all the way and take it home?
Yeah, I want to at least get top 2 for sure. I mean, it's harder as Protoss in longer series of games, but I have quite a few builds, and I just gotta perfect them all. We'll see how it goes.
Now, did you play against both Rough and Beast during the group and the bracket play?
I didn't get to play Rough, even though I was really hoping to play Rough because I had a friend who had played him multiple times and knew his style, and I felt like my play was actually pretty good against what he had. But I played Beast, and I lost to Beast both times. I just felt like at that time my versus Terran just wasn't up to par with my other matchups.
Yeah.
Went home and I played maybe like 20 games just versus Terran friends and tried to improve that matchup. So a little bit disappointing, but.
Yeah.
See, okay, so we got a question from the audience. Dargok asks, so, see how much I play. By that he means I'll be playing 67 hours per day, right?
Yeah, I wish I could play 67 hours a day. I mean, I guess I could if I just like didn't do anything else except school and then StarCraft. But,
I mean, that's all that
matters. You gotta do other
right?
things too. Yeah, that's true.
You gotta hang out with April, and
yeah, I have other friends that play like Dota 2 and LoL, and I play with them sometimes. And the thing is that
Where's stream mute? What?
Stream mute.
You said Dota and LoL. Oh man,
mute it.
This is the wrong channel.
Where's Alvarona?
No, don't worry. I technically I quit LoL a little while ago because I was playing only LoL for a little while. Like maybe it was over last winter break. But then I have friends like my roommate and his friends. All they play is Dota 2, and that's all they want me to play. So I've put about 30 hours into Dota 2. It's not much, but I play if they ask me to or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I mean, StarCraft 2 will always be number one. I just don't have a lot of friends that are still playing like StarCraft 2, so it makes it harder for me to keep up motivation.
Yeah, it's not quite a team game, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as I have someone to like play with, maybe like just bounce around strategies and ideas and put in a few practice games with it, it really like sparks my motivation to play a lot more.
Yeah, the only thing I'll give Dota right now is I just saw the finals of a tournament and they paid like $1.4 million to the winners. Like, what?
Oh yeah.
The international major tournament, I guess.
Yeah,
I went ahead and watched that as well. It was a nice tournament.
Did you see that final game? That was ridiculous.
Yeah, the final game was great. Like, even if you didn't know what was going on, you knew it was an intense game.
Oh yeah. So what do you? I know you prefer StarCraft, obviously, because it's what you play a lot now. Do you prefer playing or watching, or
It's really funny because I feel like I spend just as much or more time watching the game as I do playing the game, and I feel if I just played it as much as I watched it, I would be so much better because I would have actually had the experience. But I really do love watching the game as well.
It is fun.
I watch a lot of Protoss streamers and tournaments when I can catch them, try to steal some new builds or something.
Okay, so you watch streams. Which one do you prefer, Huck or In Control?
TLO.
Probably In Control.
Say TLO.
In Control.
In Control?
Because, I mean, even though he isn't like the greatest player ever, he's a friendly guy and he likes to explain his play style a lot. And Huck doesn't stream as frequently, but he's really good to watch if you want to find some really good play.
Now, have you looked into getting on a team or something, or putting your own team together, finding sponsors, and trying to get on some of the big circuits?
Yeah, I used to be on a team based in Florida. It was called Team IP. It was called Impressive Play, and it was run by one of my friends in Jacksonville, and they were a pretty good team. They actually merged with SCA around, maybe it was February, and I decided not to merge with them, and instead I wanted to focus on the college team and getting them ready and whatnot. But recently I would be more willing to look out for a team to pick me up or something.
Yeah? Well, we know somebody from SCA. He's going to be on in about half an hour.
Yeah, I sat next to Mr. Cash at the LAN.
Mr. Cash, yep.
We talked quite a bit. It's funny, it's like the first time we were playing the finals, and now second LAN we were like the old guard.
I know. That's kind of strange. If that happens again, if we get a bunch of GMs, we're probably going to have a separate Master Division. Just to
that'd be really cool if you had two divisions, one for GM and Masters.
Yeah. And maybe even put top Masters up in the GM bracket. We'll see.
Yeah.
Kind of skew the curve a little bit, that bell curve.
Yeah, the bell curve's pretty steep.
Bell curve. That's the one thing I remember from statistics. Just so we know I'm not that smart, I just remember bell curve.
That's funny. So, do you got anybody you want to shout out to besides April?
I want to shout out to everyone at Tampa Esports for like putting on the event, all the casters for sure. Gotta love their dedication to that. It's not easy casting games. Like, I've casted quite a few games before, and it's tough at first, but you get used to it and it's a lot of fun. And I also want to shout out to all the players at the University of Florida. Hope we do well this upcoming CSL season. I'm sure we'll do great and make the playoffs at least. Maybe get pretty far.
Cool. Do you do any coaching or streaming, anything like that?
Oh yeah, I do tons of streaming on my Twitch channel, and I've been trying to do more lately. We'll see how much I can do with school. I should be able to stream every day, but we'll see. And coaching, I usually just coach whoever asks, and I usually do it for free as well, so if people need coaching, they just talk to me, and I can give Protoss coaching, and then Zerg and Terran coaching up to like Diamond or so.
Nice.
I wouldn't call what I do coaching. It's more of saying, hey, this is cool. Try that.
That's awesome. So I don't know. Maybe we can convince Mr. Cash to play a show match with you after this.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd do a show match.
Ooh.
I'd be down for a show match.
That'd be awesome. All right. So do you got anything else for him, Shinigami?
All right. Bear with me for a second because the story leads into a question.
Oh, okay.
So I'm out on the road all day and buying my books for classes and stuff, and I'm heading home and I'm starving because I haven't eaten all day, and I'm driving through Taco Bell. And, I want to get something to eat. And I start thinking, how many people drive through Taco Bell and they're just completely rude and jerks to the guy, there. And then what do you say to them? Like, why are you upset? You're about to eat Taco Bell. Smile. And so leading into my question, as gamers, we're all prone to, partaking of fast food from time to time, every day.
No.
So what is your favorite fast food? What is your gamer fuel, so to speak? And I'm guessing it's not JushyFruit, the gum.
Not quite. On actually, like a normal day of ladder, I just have like 2 cans of Monsters, and I'm usually good to go.
So no food, just liquid diet.
Yeah, pretty much. I just run to the gas station, go grab 2 cans of Monster. I'm like ready to ladder for the day, and then. But if I do eat food, my favorite fast food is probably like Taco Bell.
I love
you can't beat that price, and yeah, it's stuff's delicious.
Yeah,
there's tons of places to order in the college campus though, so never run out of options.
There you go. Shadow, I see you like that question. It made you chuckle a little bit.
AFK while I go be mean to Taco Bell. The Stardock.
Need that Monster sponsorship, man. The money I spent on Monster.
I don't know if Red Bull will be too happy about that. Oh, for you, yeah, there you go.
Get them to pay you to change your name to Monster.
Yeah.
That's cool. Alright. Well, I'm out of questions for now.
Yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my head right at the moment. So we will go ahead and sign off for our first segment of tonight's interviews with Mr. JushyFruit. You won the last one, didn't you? The last LAN, the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so our first Tampa Esports ever grand champion, JushyFruit, and competitor in the most recent Summer LAN, and hopefully future champion once again in the upcoming LAN tournaments that we host. Thank you once again for coming and doing this interview with us. I look forward to hopefully having that game at the end of tonight's interviews. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will be back shortly once we get our next interviewee and overlays and everything set up. So within 10 minutes, we'll be back with our next interview. Stay tuned. Follow JushyFruit when he streams at his Twitch channel right there underneath him. I am Shinigami from Shinigami TV. My stream is right there. And our resident coach and expert, Shadow, twitter.com/RMDeluca. And he does all our coaching. Sunday we'll be having our coaching corner. Send him replays for our coaching corner is always interesting, and we'll throw that link up in the chat. And we will be back shortly.